Well, there's no getting around it, dearly beloved people. Today is a big day in the life of this congregation. 125 years is nothing to sniff at. Indeed, there have been many blessings along the way. As we've heard, as we've covered our history in 25-year periods throughout this past year. The thing is, as many blessings as there have been along the way, they've been right alongside many challenges that we've also heard of. It's not always easy to be God's people. But I find it fortunate that as we mark this occasion in our shared life together, that the Scriptures, as appointed for this day, this 27th cycle of the lectionary, that these Scriptures ground us in two important relationships and speak to this. They ground us both in the relationship of those who have gone before us, as Paul speaks of with Timothy, remembering those matriarchs, Lois and Eunice, who raised him in the faith. And of course also in the relationship we have with our God, like that of Habakkuk, in which we cry out, asking God why the road of life hasn't been easier along the way, and why violence and injustice continue to rule the day. And unsurprisingly, perhaps, I find the tension of these two relationships deeply, deeply compelling. The tension between looking back at where we've been and as people who have formed our lives, and then crying out to God to act, to make life more just as we go. For today indeed is a day when we remember and look back in word and in song and in gesture and in sacrament. We look back at the many matriarchs and others who have formed us to be who we are. Those who stood up as our godparents as we were baptized. Those who taught us in Sunday school and took us on trips and served on council and made those hard decisions and asked us to make sacrifices for the sake of others. Indeed, we would not be who we are today without those who have gone before us. Yet we're still waiting for the world to become what we need it to become. And in that gap, we gather as the church, week after week, as Pastor Megan Rohrer says, to repeat and remember through word and sacrament and embodiment God's unshakable love for us and for our neighbor. For each week we forget, and each week we try to remember again. And of course, the gift of our liturgy is that it is designed to do just this. To remind us time and time and time again, through the touch of water on our fingertips, or through the taste of wine or juice and bread on our lips and tongue, or through the word of grace proclaimed over us, that God is not done with us yet. And indeed, as we look ahead to the challenges before us, we may, like the disciples, cry out, Lord, give us more faith. Even though it's not really about acquiring more faith, but rather simply about letting God love us through these gifts again and again into this place where we know, like a grandmother's hug, that we are cared for and cherished in ways that enable us to share such love. Again tomorrow, and next week, and next year, and then the next 125 years to come. For God does not cease in endeavors such as these. Just as God has loved us through death already, and loves us beyond our fears, God will continue to teach us how to be that sort of love for the sake of the life of the world, especially when the world needs it most. Well, we may have 125 years of God's love and grace behind us. But your people, I very well endeavor to say that we ain't seen nothing yet. For indeed, God has more for us that is yet to come. So lift high the cross, dearly beloved church, as God makes of us a faithful people in this world so in need of love. Amen?
Amen.